Hey, you're watching Big Lou Barbecue, not things I want to do. And today I want to make some macaroni and cheese for you. I was asked by a friend of mine, hey, can you show us how you make macaroni and cheese? Now, I was going to grill outside today on my lodge kickoff grill, make some ham steaks, but it's raining. So I'm going to make ham steaks in my grill pan, and that's going to be on my stove. And right next to my stove is going to be one of my vintage cast iron skillets, one of my favorite ones. I used to think it was a Lodge single notch because it got that single notch right there, but there's no maker's mark here. Got the raised 8 on the handle, but there's a little 0 right there. I don't know. I do know it dates to the Great Depression era, so it's at least 90-year-old skillet. You need a number 8 skillet. That's a 10-inch skillet, all right? And if you're going to use a number 10 skillet, which is a 12-inch skillet, adjust all the amounts upward so that you can fill up your skillet, all right? But this is going to be macaroni and cheese in a number 8 skillet. Recipe comes from Willet Skillet. It's based on that, but I'm not giving you the exact recipe because it's got copyright laws in here. I know recipes can't be copyrighted, but books can. And it says, it can't be reproduced in whole or in part. So when I'm varying the ingredients and I'm varying the amount, so when it calls for 2 cups, I'm gonna say a pint, all right? So let's talk about the ingredients. Gonna need a pint of elbow macaroni, a pint, all right? You're gonna need some water to fill up your skillet till about right about there. Right about like a fingernail's underneath it, like about 2/3 full of water, okay? You're gonna need a pinch of salt, okay? And you'll need some mustard. The recipe calls for Dijon mustard. I'm using Creole mustard, which is a Louisiana style mustard. It's really strong, kind of got like a horseradishy taste to it. If you want to use it my way and you can't get Creole mustard, a good substitute would be that mustard horseradish blend stuff. And if you don't like that, maybe Dijon or spicy brown or whatever, but you're gonna need a dollop or 2 of mustard, all right? Dollop, dash or 2 of mustard, a dollop, all right? Gonna need some cheese, man. Gotta use cheddar cheese. It's macaroni and cheese. Gotta use cheddar. I like the extra sharp. If you don't, use sharp. If you don't use like that, use medium. If you like the mild, use the mild. If you're making this macaroni and cheese, it's your baby. You spank it. All right. Gonna need some evaporated milk. You see, this beauty of this macaroni and cheese recipe, no bechamel sauce. Bechamel is a fancy smancy word for cheese roux. All right. Don't need a bechamel sauce. Evaporated milk. Not that sweetened condensed milk stuff, evaporated milk. Sometimes sold in the pet brand. Some of these old people, like my grandmother used to call it pet milk, all right? No, not milk from your pet, but it comes from a can, right? Okay, now, the cookbook says salt, black pepper, cayenne pepper to season it. We're not gonna do that. You see, I was making it like that and it was good, but we would season it with other stuff. I might put Tony's on it or Uncle Steve's Spicier on it or whatever. My son's favorite Uncle Steve shake is Smoke Bomb. He loves Smoke Bomb and he's putting this on the mac and cheese. And he says, Dad, you gotta try the mac and cheese with Smoke Bomb on it. So one day I did and I was like, oh my goodness. And so after that, I just quit putting the salt and pepper and cayenne in there. Started seasoning it with Uncle Steve Shake Smoke Bomb. All right, I've run the mouth for over 3 minutes now. I'm gonna put the camera up by the stove, show you how I make this. I'm gonna grate up the cheese and some of the camera will be sped up and I'll voice over it so that this video doesn't run on too long. Hope you enjoy the Big Lou version of the skillet, cast iron skillet mac and cheese. It's delicious with Uncle Steve's Smoke Bomb in it. If you don't have this, use whatever seasonings you got, but I would strongly suggest getting some. My son will even make grits at 9:30 at night because he wants to put Smoke Bomb in it. All right, makes this cheese delicious. Be back after we cook it. Fill the skillet 2/3 full of water, add in a pinch of salt, dump in a pint of pasta. The secret to keeping pasta from sticking is to stir it. Stir it. Keep it moving during the first several minutes of cooking. Now we're only going to cook this pasta till the al dente stage. And once it's at the al dente stage, not fully cooked, but close to fully cooked, we're going to drain it. I drain mine right on top of the stove because I've got an induction stove. You may need to drain yours in a colander over the sink. All right. But drain it, return it to the skillet, return it to the stove on low or medium-low heat as we melt butter into the skillet and get these macaronis noodles all coated in the butter. All right. Once they're all coated in the butter like this and all stirred around and the butter's melted, it's time to add in the evaporated milk. Not condensed milk, evaporated milk. All right. And that's not the sweet stuff. Okay. Add that in and bring it to a simmer or a low boil, not a raging boil, but a low boil. Add in Couple squirts of mustard. It calls for Dijon. I like the Creole. I think spicy brown would be a good choice for this too. Like I said, if it's your baby, you spank it. Do it the way you like it. All right. Anyway, after that, it's time to season it with Uncle Steve's Smoke Bomb. This is good stuff. The way I season it is I dust the top surface and I mix it in. And then I dust the top surface again and mix it in again. If you want an exact amount, I would say approximately a tablespoon of the Uncle Steve's Smoke Bomb. Add as much or as little as you like. Once again, it's your baby. You spank it. All right, now, once that's done, it's time to add in the star of the show, that cheddar cheese. Add it in batches. I would say 3 to 4 batches. So I take 1/3 of that half pound of cheese, dump it in, and mix it in till it's all melted. And then we add another 1/3 of the cheese, mix it in till it's all melted. And you can see that it's starting to get a cheesy sauce here after 2 batches of the cheese. Then once that's all melted in, it's time to add in the 3rd batch of that cheddar cheese, all of it, all the last bits of it. Get it all in there. All right. And now we're going to mix that in until it's all melted into the sauce. Now, once that's all melted into the sauce, I like to cover it and let it simmer on low for 2 to 5 minutes, stirring it occasionally, frequently actually, until it's the consistency I want it to be. So I'm just going to cover it up right here and let it go till I'm ready for it, stirring it occasionally. And once it's like, where I want it to be. And that took about 2 to 3 minutes actually on this batch. And that's about how I like it right there. That's Smoke Bomb mac and cheese. Hey, no need for an on-camera taste test. I've been making the macaroni like that for a few months now, and it is absolutely delicious with that Smoke Bomb in it. Like I said, the original recipe calls for salt, pepper, and cayenne. I like it with that Smoke Bomb. I really do. And, use your favorite type of mustard. It calls for Dijon. I like that Creole. Comes out really, really good. Love that macaroni and cheese. I encourage you to try it. I want to talk to you a little bit about Steve and my relationship with him. Look, as a general rule, I do not ask companies or businesses to send me stuff to review. If they offer, I often accept them. Once I've developed a relationship with the company, I will ask for something, but I've never asked for anything from Steve. 2 or 3 times a year, he sends me a package full of his rubs. If I didn't like them, I wouldn't show them to you. He doesn't ask me to do a video. He doesn't tell me what to say. He doesn't give me a suggestion for a recipe. I do it because I want to. I haven't showed you all the rubs that he sent me, but the ones that I really, really like, I'm willing to make a video of. And I like them all. But the ones I really, really like, I make a video. So what I said in this video about Uncle Steve's Shake, something I believe, because he didn't say, hey, you have to make a video. Nope. And I didn't even ask for the stuff. He just sent it to me, all right? This Smoke Bomb and that macaroni and cheese, I'm telling you, is the bomb. That's what it is, the bomb. All right, I got another thank you. I want to thank Mike over at Mr. Cast Iron. He interviewed me last weekend on Sunday. He's got an interview show on Sunday nights. Forgot what he's called it, Sunday Night Live or Sunday Night with Mike or something. I don't remember what he calls it, but it's an interview show. It's great. It's every Sunday night, except this Sunday, which is July 4th. He won't have the show, but he generally on Sunday nights, he's interviewing other YouTubers, and I was honored that he asked me to be on his show. I'm gonna leave a link to that interview down below. You'll get to get to know me a little better, and you can get to know Mike at Mr. Cast Iron a little better. Now, instead of me thanking him, he thanked me. He sent me a little package in the mail, y'all. Check this out, all right? Check this out. First off, he sent a little thank you card, handwritten. It says, Big Lou, thank you so much for being on our show. We enjoyed it so much. We appreciate your friendship, love, and kindness, and prayers. Mike and Teresa. All right, thank you. That's Mr. and Mrs. Cast Iron. And his channel is worthy enough, unlike my channel. His channel is worthy enough, strong enough, big enough, quality enough to have stickers. My channel is just kind of rinky-dink. I'm just a fella having fun with food, fire, and a phone camera in my backyard most of the time. This recipe was in the kitchen because it was raining yesterday. But check this out, y'all. Check this out. It's got this cool pot holder. All right, and I'm always needing pot holders. All right, but look, it's designs by Natalie. All right, look at the back, okay? Seeing the world through the eyes of autism, and God is putting the pieces, putting the puzzle of my life together. Y'all, on that interview with him, I talk about a puzzle of my life, piece of the puzzle of my life that seems to be lost. I don't understand why it kind of fit in that groove last summer, but this is special. Thank you. And Natalie, autistic, so thank you very much. And Mike, thank you for the interview. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the macaroni and cheese recipe. Do try it. It's delicious. Thanks for watching Big Lou Barbecue.